Thank you for listening to the Smc Gaels baseball recap and review for Friday, April 7th, 2023. In Malibu, the Smc Gaels at Eddy Field bounced back in a way after losing a heartbreaking 12-10 game in Game 1 on Thursday, that they were able to take the second game of this crucial three-game set in West Coast Conference play Friday afternoon with a 8-6 win, setting the stage for the rubber match game Saturday afternoon. Friday's game had an eerie similarities to Thursday's contest, with the Gaels jumping out to leads only to see Pepperdine tie the game on multiple occasions. This time, the Gaels took the lead for good in the top of the ninth inning and stranded two wave runners left on base in the bottom of the frame to flip the script from yesterday to get the win on Friday. The Gaels again struck for the first time, this time with a big three spot in the first inning. A Bill Ralston single put a Waves error made it 2-0 in favor of the Gaels. Then Nathan Chung increases the Gaels lead to 3-0 when he drove in Ralston. Then the top of the first inning ended when the home plate umpire said that catcher Blake McDonald did not make an effort to move away from a back inning breaking ball pitch that hit him in the elbow. Unfortunately and ultimately, Blake McDonald argued the call and was ejected from the game, and freshman Nathan Kirkpatrick would catch for the remainder of the contest. Pepperdine would respond to get one back in the frame in the bottom of the second and two more in the fifth, and three straight hits and a hit by pitch and an intentional pass loaded the bases to tie the game at 3-3. But in the seventh, Christian Almanza singled to left and scored Cody Kashimoto, and Dalton Mayshore put the Gaels up by a score of 5-3. Then in the top of the eighth inning, Kirkpatrick got his first collision hit, and on a curveball that he poked into right field. After Jared Medem singled, the Waves tried to pick off Kirkpatrick that went wild, and he advanced to third. Kashimoto would ground out the first just like that in the game, and he would play a run in to increase the Gaels' lead in the eighth. Seemingly, the Gaels had insurance. Kirkpatrick scored to make it a 6-3 Gaels lead. Gaels starter Connor Lynchy continued his pitching like he did last Friday or last Saturday in the win against the Portland Pilots, as he was the reigning Bay Alarms Student Athlete of the Week. Gaels ace in 2023 working in the eighth, allowing just 3 runs. He would retire the first two batters in the inning on strikeouts, but a single down the right field line followed by an infield hit would end Lynchy's day after a career-high 107 pitches. Freshman Adam Einhardt would come into the game with 2 runners on base still belonging to Lynchy. A single to right scored 1 run, cut the Gaels' lead to 6-4. Then the Gaels followed that by a wild pitch, allowed the runners to move up to second and third. The Gaels would intentionally walk again to load the bases before a 2-out single got the Waves dead even at 6-6. Einhardt would get the next batter to pop up the short to keep the Waves from taking the lead. Almanza would come through once more for the Gaels, and again he went the opposite way, this time a towering home run to opposite left field to put the Gaels up 7-6. Coleman Schmidt singled and stole second on the next pitch. After getting the scoring position, Nathan Chung drove him in for that important insurance run to give the Gaels an 8-6 lead. The Gaels would call on Ryan Turek to close it out. After opening Thursday's game, the Gaels' Swiss Army knife got a pair of groundouts to start the frame before a single and a walk for the Waves. But Turek would strike out the batter on a 3-2 pitch for his first collision save. And let's give you the totals of the contest. For the Gaels, 8 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. For the Waves, 6 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. The winning pitcher goes to Adam Inart. His record now goes to 3-0. And then it's Gunnar Nichols takes the loss for the Waves. His record drops to 0-2. Save goes to Ryan Torek, his first collegiate save in his career, and more importantly, the first of this season. So with the win, the Gaels, with that victory, they are now 6-5 in West Coast Conference play. They're now 11-15 overall. Inside the numbers, presented by Pepsi. Pepsi, the official soft drink of St. Mary's Gaels Athletics. Almanza extends his on-base streak to 7 games, and he has currently have a 6-game hitting streak. It was his 11th multi-RBI game of this season, his 9th multi-hit game of the year. The ejection snapped on McDonald's on-base streak at 13 games. For the Gaels, the series finale will be Saturday afternoon as the Gaels will take on the Waves for the rubber match of the 3-game series. The first pitch at Eddy D Field will be at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can catch the action on smcgaels.com via the WCC Sports Network. Our good friends from the Wavecast, as Al Epstein will give you the call live from Eddy D Field in Malibu, California, for the third and final game of the 3-game series in Malibu. For the latest news on St. Mary's Gaels baseball and athletics and so much more, go to smcgaels.com. For now, I'm Brian Professor B. Davis. Thank you for listening to the St. Mary's Gaels baseball recap and review for Friday, April 7th, 2023. The Gaels over the Pepperdine Waves, 8-6. I'm Brian Professor B. Davis. Thank you for listening to St. Mary's Gaels baseball recap and review on Smc-Tv Plus Audiocast. Smc-Tv Plus Audiocast is an association with the Satellite Digital Media News Network.